we're going on an adventure with something you haven't seen in a while. So I'm gonna grab the trailer and we're gonna dig it out. So it certainly has been a while, but it's time for this old girl to come out of hibernation. It's been months since I touched the good old 3000 GT, and I've really missed it, to be honest with you guys. I have been wanting to find an excuse to drive it, and Morgan and I decided last minute, tomorrow is the Sarasota Cars and Coffee, and the last time we went down, we brought the Audi. It was a good time, and we hung out with the boys afterwards, but this time, I think it's time for us to bring the 3000 back again. This old girl has been tucked away in here for a while, and she hasn't seen the street in a bit. In fact, if the car wasn't even registered, I left it out of registration for like the first 5 months of the year, and I just re-registered it last week. So let's get this thing out and get her started up, get her warmed up, get the fluids going, and we're gonna spend the night just making sure she's ready to go. I decided to cheat a little bit, and I'm gonna throw her on the trailer down to Sarasota, and then we'll just unload it at Works' shop and then just shoot over to Cars and Coffee. It's relatively easy to get this thing on and off the trailer, so just popping the front bumper on. But if I know I'm taking it off the trailer quick, you know, hang that front bumper with like 1 or 2 Allens, we'll be good to go. I'll bring some zip ties with me to do the sides. So I just don't feel like driving an hour and a half in this car. Call me old, you know, 30 hit me hard this year, but I just don't feel like sitting in this thing listening to the drone. Maybe if I had a quieter exhaust on it, If I had a quieter exhaust, I probably would be down to drive it. And I also think that my fuel pump in the surge tank is dying. So I was talking to Works about ordering up another one through him, and we will be doing that eventually, but then I put a deposit on the roll cage for the DeFusco. So I'm like, you know, let me hold off on getting another 044. So it's still good. It's just after like, you know, 45 minutes of driving, it starts to make some weird, like the noise pitch changes significantly, up and down. So I'd rather just put a new pump in there before I run into the issue. And it's also the surge tank. So like when that dies, the car dies. It's not like when the feed to the surge dies, I'm like, all right, I got like a liter of fuel until, you know, I can, or a quart, or it's like a liter, I think, until I will die and I can get off the road. I just don't want to break down an hour and a half from home. So enough of the rambling. I'm gonna get it out, gonna get to the driveway. Let's do a little walk around. It's been a while. Let's see what she's got here. Sweet. I'm gonna let it run. I'm gonna get the bumper off, and then we'll get this thing out of the garage. Here she is. She is back out, sounding good, sounding healthy. Looking good. Those lifters are nice and quiet, even if they're sitting. I mean, everything's good. I mean, I put it away with everything being good, so you know, I can only expect everything to be good. Basically, what I'm gonna do here is just check over. I'll just run over tire pressures, I'm gonna give it a good cleaning. Yeah, I think that's really all that I need. I'm gonna check the oil, even though I know the oil was good. And then I'll just clean out the interior and stuff. Just give it a good cleaning, and then we'll toss it up on the trailer and we'll be ready to go tomorrow. Now, while this car has given me tons of issues in the past, here and there, you know, it's never easy having a race car, you know, but as frustrated as I've gotten while drifting this car, you know, while working on this car, I love this car. Favorite car. The 3000 GT is my favorite car. And, you know, you just can't beat it. You can't beat it. The looks, the styling, the performance, the uniqueness. I absolutely love this car. And I mean, like, I've put over the last 12 years, it'll be 12 years in June, I've put my literal blood, sweat, and tears into this car, and it means a lot to me. So I'm happy to be able to get this thing out, bring it to a show, and let it get some attention. I feel like the V has been the only thing getting attention lately. All right, guys, you can barely see it, but we are all loaded up and ready to head to Sarasota Cars and Coffee in the morning. So, kind of a last minute decision, but it is what it is, you know? Gotta live while you can. So, I'll pick this back up in the morning, and we'll head down to Wergs and we'll get this thing unloaded and go enjoy the 3000 at Cars and Coffee. So we're back home. Cars and Coffee went well. Car got some good exposure. It was a good time. Had fun driving this thing around. Got to do some donuts, which, you know, of course, didn't get it on video, but we got to do some donuts at Wergs' shop while we got back. But we were towing it home last night. We stopped for gas, and when we got back on the highway, something didn't feel right. Something didn't sound right. Something just wasn't right with the truck. It sounded louder. It sounded more like vibrations coming through the cab. I wasn't really sure what was going on. Then I get home and I see this. So, jump under the truck where it sounds like more noise is coming from than out of the back of the truck. And what do you know? Right off of these pipes, that one broke. So, at some point in this truck's lifetime, a Flowmaster muffler was put on. I welded on up there, and I hate it. I absolutely have always hated it. It just on the highway drones while towing it drones, and I mean it sounds cool just around town, but it drones so bad. So now I got to get this guy off. There's a hanger right here and a hanger in the back. Get this guy off the hanger, drive around like a ghetto truck with the exhaust bouncing around and making all kinds of noise inside the cab. And it sounds like a freaking jalopy tow truck. But I'll get this off and then kind of figure out what my next plan is going to be as far as an exhaust. I want something that's quiet. Like, it can be stock sound level quiet. I don't care. I just want something that it makes this truck more enjoyable on the highway. So I'm going to be looking into some quiet mufflers, and I think these are 2.5-inch pipes. From the factory, they're 3-inch, so I'm gonna try and get something that has a dual 3-inch to a inlet to a dual 3-inch outlet. That way we can go back to, I'll measure this just to confirm, but we can go back to the factory size instead of coming from a 3-inch, stepping down to a 2.5, and then stepping back up to a 3 to then merge into, like, I think a 3.5 or something like that on the exit. So fun stuff. So we got the tailpipe off here. We got like that weird dual kind of offset 3-inch. looks like the 2.5-inch pipes were slipped in and then the seam was welded. So we're gonna have to do, well, probably just gonna hand this off to the exhaust shop, but what they're gonna have to do is just cut this back to a point where that overlap isn't, and then from there grind it clean, get some clean metal out, and weld it to a new muffler. I don't really know what I'm gonna do for a muffler yet. I found one, it was like a ProFlow. It looks like it's not in stock anywhere right now, but that muffler has 0 drone, it's quiet, it's a stock, just a hair above stock sound level. So I don't really know, I'm not sure. I feel like every time I run into an issue with this truck, I end up hopping on the computer and looking for new trucks. But like, I'm really torn right now because it's rusty. It's getting more rusty by the day. But it just runs good. It runs so good. So I don't know if I want to try and maybe sell it to someone that's looking for a cheaper, reliable tow rig up north that, I mean, in comparison to some northern trucks of this age, it's still on the cleaner side. But I mean, I've done so much to this truck over the last few months in maintenance and just repairs and replacing stuff. That kind of sucks. I've been through a lot with this truck. So I don't really know. Time for me to go cool down and look at trucks for sale, even though I'm probably not gonna buy one and I'm probably just gonna keep Judy for now, but it never hurts to look, you know? So with that, thank you guys for watching. If you wanna see more 3000 GT content, drop a comment below. I enjoy it, I know you guys enjoy it, but I need the opportunities to bring that thing out, and you know, yesterday was one of them. So thanks guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.